Panic begins spreading through the group, as the wind suddenly rises again across the ridge, carrying the distant sound of their own voices across the mountain. Two more hikers begin shouting over each other in confusion, before both suddenly collapse, and their bodies falling motionless against the frozen ground. Standing among the fallen hikers, on the silent slope, Ludmilla quickly gathers the remaining members, and orders them to descend the mountain immediately. But as they begin moving downhill, she suddenly stops walking, and presses her hand against her chest, her breathing becoming uneven. Within seconds, the experienced instructor begins stumbling across the rocky ground, her earlier calm replaced with visible panic, as she tries to speak, but can barely form words. The remaining hikers watch helplessly as she collapses into the snow, leaving the group leaderless, on the empty ridge. Now alone among the bodies scattered across the mountainside, Natalia stands frozen in the cold wind, the silence around her suddenly overwhelming. Realizing something invisible may still be present on the ridge, she slowly begins descending the mountain, without looking back. Hours later, as darkness fades through the Siberian wilderness, Natalia finally reaches a lower valley where the air feels strangely normal again. Sitting alone in the fading light, she looks back toward the distant ridge, unable to understand what had turned a normal trek into a disaster within minutes. Later reports would quietly note that the survivor described a faint sweet metallic smell drifting across the ridge just before the first hiker collapsed. A detail investigator dismissed at the time because no natural source on that mountain should have produced it. If you think you know what might have happened on that silent ridge in the Khamar-Daban mountains, share your thoughts. Because even after all these years, no one has been able to explain why that expedition suddenly fell apart within minutes.